I am Mary Waddington, and I am a chemistry major with a chemistry concentration, and I'm a part of the 2016 graduating class. I got involved in undergraduate research through being a part of the SAACS group, the Student Affiliates of the American Chemical Society. I met a lot of people there who really encouraged me to talk to a professor who I might be interested in working with. And at the time I was in Gen Chem 2, and my professor, Dr. Nicola Brash, was someone I really enjoyed her teaching style. I really thought she was a very welcoming and inviting person. So about halfway through the semester I approached her and asked to be a part of her group and to do research with her, and at the end of the semester I was able to start. In Dr. Nicola Brash's lab, I focused mainly on, it was a bio-inorganic project. I was looking at the kinetic and mechanistic details of a reaction between two known antioxidants, hydroquinone and catechol, with an HNO donor, Angeles salt. So HNO is a nitroxyl species, and it's known to react heavily in the body. And I was really testing to see if these antioxidant species would scavenge or seek out and react with the HNO generated by Angeles salt. Well, I've had a number of research opportunities at my time at Kent. In the last 4 years, I've participated in 3 internships, and I've worked under 2 separate professors during the school year at Kent State University. This has been invaluable to me, especially as my future plans involve going on to graduate school. I can't imagine starting that venture without having done at least some undergraduate research. I feel it would be unwise to do so, actually. It really gives you a taste of what the rest of your life could be. And it's really a hard commitment that you have to make, and I wouldn't want to have done it without the experience I have. Due to my participation in undergraduate research with Dr. Brash, I was able to do an REU after my freshman year. This was a 10-week program. It's funded through the National Science Foundation, and basically you get to live on campus and do research for 10 weeks, which was really the first time I was not just a student researcher. I was really just a researcher for 10 weeks, which I really enjoyed, and discovering that was crucial in determining what path I was going to take later on. The summer after my sophomore year, I participated in the Air Force Research Scholars Laboratory internship. Participation in this internship involved me moving to Florida for a summer. I was at the Eglin Air Force Base by Panama City. It was a great summer. I got to work in explosives research, and this high explosives research and development facility was really focused on materials chemistry, which incidentally is the type of chemistry I'm going to be pursuing in graduate school. And this summer I met so many contacts, so many people that I still talk to regularly, especially in chemistry. Is very important to have. And the summer after, I was named a Society of Chemical Industry Scholar. This internship was through the American Chemical Society. Being named an SCI Scholar is more about the program than just the internship. So there's a general application, and you apply to this general application, and then they will place you at a number of companies across the country. I was placed with a epoxy resin manufacturer known as Hexion in Houston, Texas. So I moved to Texas for the summer, and at this internship I was a part of a process improvement project, which was really, really cool. I really enjoyed the industrial setting, and once again, you know, that really set the platform for my future goals of going into industry after getting a PhD. The other part of winning this nomination as an SCI Scholar was I got to give a grant to a high school teacher of mine. This grant was given in my name, and they were able to buy brand new microscopes for my high school, which was really exciting. It felt awesome to be able to give back at such a young age. I really didn't think that would ever happen, but I know they put it to great use, and it's really been an honor to have participated in so many internships and experiences. As I mentioned before, the Student Affiliates of the American Chemical Society has been a huge part of my time at Kent State. I am the current president. I was vice president. I think involvement in that group has definitely been one of my strongest extracurricular activities, and I've enjoyed it greatly. I've learned a lot about management, a lot about leadership. Really, it's been, I think those were probably the biggest lessons, but as a group member, you take away so much chemically and socially. Some of the greatest friends I've made have been through SAACS. In addition, I did study abroad in Leicester, England, and that was in the spring semester of my junior year. Study abroad is a very exceptional experience. Anyone who has the opportunity to do so absolutely should. The program at Kent State for chemistry majors is particularly awesome because it's not a traditional study abroad program in the sense that most are. So most study abroad programs, when you go there, you have to pay the tuition to the school that you're going to. You have to pay for your stay, you have to pay for the travel there. The program at Kent, I didn't pay any tuition to Leicester. I only paid the traditional tuition I would to Kent, and it included all the scholarships that Kent already gives me. So all those scholarships already were there, and I applied through the Honors College, so I got an Honors College scholarship, and it was significantly more affordable than a traditional study abroad program, which I think is a really nice, really nice feature. And for instance, Dr. Sampson in the chemistry department is the coordinator for that, and he is from England and knows a lot about the English system and made it a lot easier to plan the classes and to plan my coursework ultimately so I could still graduate in 4 years. I think the thing that I like most about Kent State is that while it is a very big school, there's a lot of students who go to Kent State. You don't feel as though you're drowning in a sea of people. It has a very small school feel, especially within the chemistry department. I know probably every professor and a lot of the people in my major, probably everyone in my major. Starting out at Kent State, I never felt as if I couldn't approach people. It was always a very familiar feeling, even from the start. I will be pursuing a PhD at the University of California, Los Angeles in materials chemistry. This summer I will be working with Dr. Alex Bacoini, and I'll figure out who my permanent PI will be in the first coming year. So after participating in the REU at Kent State University, I was selected as one of 2 people from the program to attend the national meeting in Dallas, Texas in 2014, spring of 2014. This experience, I mean, it's astounding. There's thousands and thousands of chemists gathered in one place, and when you're there, you just feel so inspired to come back and do great things. And I think when I went there and had such an amazing experience, felt like I made great contacts, and I was like waiting in the airport afterwards, like staring out the window, just feeling like I did it. Like I'm really a chemist. Like I'm really a part of this now. And it felt, there was a sense of belonging that I feel will always accompany. I do think about that moment a lot, when I really felt like not just the Kent State chemistry world, but like the actual American Chemical Society was something that I belonged to. That feeling was really powerful, and I think that also influenced my decision not to just stop with a bachelor's, but to let the movie play out to the finish and to really feel like I was getting the full experience. I think my largest piece of advice would be to get involved in undergraduate research as early as possible, definitely. I mean, it leads you to so many great things, and to never stop asking for opportunities. I think a lot of people start to do undergraduate research and then will do an REU, and that's about it. But really consider government or industry work, because I think the comparison of experiences is the absolute best thing for you to do in undergraduate research. And even if you are working with a professor, and even if you like it, maybe try another professor, because different types of chemistry will better prepare you for making that ultimate decision. You don't want it to be 4 years down the road. You've done one thing in your time here, and you're just going to have to do that because you don't know anything else. The whole point of undergraduate, not just in chemistry, but in undergraduate careers generally, is to explore things. Especially if you didn't think you were going to do them before. I think that's the most valuable experience that I've had, and it's the best piece of advice I can offer.